Well, it's been one hell of a day.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. So we started off this morning with a seized generator, we think. I haven't actually torn into it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's seized. It's, like I said before, been giving us some issues with consuming oil, burning it or otherwise, the last few weeks. We did a bunch of maintenance to it, trying to coax it along, but it has seen an awful lot of hours over the last 8 years.
Especially the last 2 months.
Especially the last 2 months as our primary power source on the boat. Anytime we're not doing a motoring day, it runs 5 to 6 hours every day. So that sucks. We think we got a plan though.
Yeah.
We think we got a plan?
Yeah.
So we left Fort Matanzas this morning. We are in Daytona Beach this evening. And I think we're going to push to New Smyrna tomorrow, even though it's supposed to be quite windy. And then we'll probably push to Titusville the next day, whether it's the day after tomorrow or the day after the day after. We'll see. But generally speaking, our goal is to get to Vero Beach, which is about 4 or 5 days from here. And we're going to order a generator to there. We have some stuff in Canada that we need to get shipped to us. And we also have a fairly large Amazon order to do for some things that need to be stocked up before our crossing to the Bahamas. So it may not seem like it, but we are actually really quite excited.
Yeah.
We're very, very, very excited to be nearly accomplishing one of our major milestone goals, which is to get over to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're just struggling some with the unexpected expenses, batteries, generator, and among other things.
Not something we envisioned when we left the dock in North Carolina.
No, not so much.
We didn't think that this would be a problem.
No. And it turns out that it just is an awful lot of work and a little bit nerve-wracking to get our boat home ready in a foreign country, to leave to a foreign country for our first time while crossing the Gulf Stream, and all of that right on the cusp of hurricane season. There's only about a month and a bit until the official start of hurricane season. So we're, a little bit uneasy about going to the Bahamas right now at all because of that. But just like we were saying a minute ago, we're just going on the hope that we watch the weather and pay attention, and it will be fine.
Yeah. We also had, we had some cutlass noise today.
Yeah,
that's weighing on us.
The ongoing cutlass bearing monitoring program. It sounded a bit less than ideal today. We did have an awful lot of today with a current. We were on a flood coming up from, where the heck was that again? I guess it would have been Matanzas where it was coming in. So we were on a flood current, flood tide for a big portion of the morning, then sort of a slack section in the middle, and then we were on a ebb tide, riding the ebb tide down towards the end of today. And anytime we have current from behind us, that cutlass definitely typically sounds less good. But today it sounded less good.
Yeah.
More or less good, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something we're keeping an eye on. There's, this boat has its issues, some of which we fixed before we left, and some of which we couldn't afford to, couldn't get to, and we're just going on the hope that it's going to hold together. I don't think the couple of 100 hours of motoring since we left has necessarily done it any favors, but we are increasingly closer and closer to crossing to the Bahamas, where we're under the assumption that we can do more sailing and less motoring.
And for whatever reason, you didn't sleep well last night, so that just makes everything feel so much worse.
Yeah. I am a very strong believer in the saying, if you feel like you hate everybody, eat something. If you feel like everybody hates you, get some sleep. So
You ate some and you had a nap.
I ate something and had a nap
And
today.
I drove.
Yeah, I feel better having done that, but
You're also ready for bed and it's not even 8 o'clock.
yeah, it's like 7:30 and I'm pretty well running out of steam at this point. So.
Yeah.
But that's all right. You take each day as it comes along.
Yeah. Yesterday was great.
And the day before.
Yeah.
And the day before.
Yeah.
And the day before.
Go to Fort
And the day before.
Matanzas and anchor there.
Absolutely. Fort Matanzas. I don't know if we talked
I think
about
our
this.
favorite. Anyway. Highs and lows.
Yeah. Everybody says sailing's all about the highest highs and the lowest lows. And what's the other famous saying? Fixing your boat in exotic places. We are getting there.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we are getting there, and we're feeling what that's all about.
I
And
mean, for us, this is exotic. We're from Alberta, Canada.
yeah, from the landlocked frozen north, Daytona Beach,
There's palm trees in
St.
front of me.
Augustine, and whatever is pretty damn cool.
Yeah,
So,
we'll take it.
yeah.
It's lovely. It's
Absolutely.
a good life.
Yep. Gratefulness is the key. It's gotten us a long ways. Visualization, manifestation. Anyway, we're going to continue to enjoy the sunset. Aria is going to get her conchorn activated here in the not too distant future, because we're what, about one finger? We're one finger above the horizon right now. So it'll be conchorn o'clock soon. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Bedtime. Yeah.
All right, so we ended up staying in Daytona Beach for 2 days, mostly wind related. It got really quite windy last night. It was supposed to be really windy yesterday, but it wasn't really. But yeah, we're gonna move on to New Smyrna this morning. We did end up ordering a generator to Vero Beach, and we'll pick it up when we get there. I also managed to screw up our timing for this bridge, so we end up having to cruise around in circles for a while before it finally let us through. New Smyrna seems like a pretty nice place, but in truth, we never went ashore and we never really got much of a chance to look around, so we'll have to do that next time we're back this way.
There's dolphins. I gotta whisper. There's dolphins. And it was coming towards us.
Alright, so we made it to
New Smyrna?
New Smyrna.
I keep
New
saying
Smyrna.
it wrong.
Yeah, we made it to New Smyrna, and the batteries are done. As near as we can tell, the batteries are shot. They've been on an exponential decline the last few days or a week. I mean, for the last few weeks, they've been seemingly getting worse and worse slowly, but now all of a sudden it's nasty. I took everything apart yesterday, cleaned all the contacts or terminals, all the terminations, checked everything, cleaned all the corrosion off everything, put it all back together again, and you know, we could barely get through the night if we turned absolutely everything off except the anchor light, the refrigeration, and I think that
Bilge pump?
and the
But
bilge
that
and the
doesn't
bilge
do
pump, which
dry.
doesn't do anything unless it's doing something.
I know.
So yeah, we've ordered batteries, and we'll be getting batteries as well as a generator now, because
we just need to.
We just need to. We can generate power all we want, but if we got nowhere to store it, that's suck.
Yeah.
And we want to get to solar, but we want to have the generator as a backup, and solar and not getting batteries isn't an option. And solar and batteries is more than what we can swing right now. So
yeah. So we're doing the reliable energy.
Yes.
Which is the generator and 3 new batteries.
Yep. So that's the story. We're going to move on tomorrow, and we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Night.
So it's pretty hard hooked up on the bottom today, so we're just going to put it in gear a little bit and motor over it, and that should pop it loose from the bottom, theoretically. Just tiny touches of windlass. There we go. It just popped loose. I can see the boat start turning all of a sudden.
It's good, it's not fouled!
We both noticed that the pile in the locker got too big at the same time.
One sec! Kane did what I said it was gonna do. Ouch! One sec! I'm bringing the anchor in, it got too piled up.
We actually keep a small claw hammer in the anchor locker for that exact reason.
And Matt can see that, so he knows when to stop.
Just like that. Not too long into our day, the ICW opens up into the Mosquito Lagoon. The Mosquito Lagoon is definitely a place that you want to pay attention to wind direction and strength. It wasn't too bad for us, but there definitely was some chop. But it wasn't so bad that we couldn't have a wedding aboard.
Another first dance?
Well, that didn't take long. Leaving the Mosquito Lagoon requires us to go through the Haulover Canal. This is not to be confused with Haulover Inlet, where all the boat fail videos come from. There's a manatee feeding station here, so we had high hopes to see manatee. Unfortunately, we didn't. Because of the turn we made to enter this canal, for the first time in ages, the wind direction was actually somewhere where we could sail. We sailing, baby! I gotta put a shot on the screen right now of the Aquamaps chart so you can see why I'm so excited.
That's where we're gonna be going. Titusville for, I think, just tonight.
Yep. Alright, so I guess we're not going to Titusville. It looks like we are in fact actually going to bypass Titusville, and there are better anchoring options just to the south. It's not blowing super hard, but it's blowing enough from the southeast that we feel like a little protection down there might make us all sleep a little better. So we're going to go down there. We made it!
To where?
We are anchored next to the NASA Causeway Bridge. We end up pushing past Titusville. I can see the VAB the Vehicle Assembly Building,
Oh.
which is the Kennedy Space Center, is what most people would call it. I can see multiple launch sites from where we're sitting, and we only missed a SpaceX Falcon 9 launch by 1 day. If we were here yesterday, we would have been here to see the launch, but we missed it. We weren't that far away.
We forgot.
We sort of forgot to look at the appropriate time, but also we didn't see or hear anything, so
No.
I guess
We were outside.
We were.
We were watching
Yeah.
dolphins and stuff, but
stupid dolphins.
I know.
Dad, they were surrounding us. It was cute.
It was cute. Anyway, we're gonna eat dinner now because it's like 7 o'clock. We just got here because it ended up being kind of a slow and sort of a long day, but it made tomorrow shorter, so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you like curry and naan bread, that you
Curry naan?
have to like and subscribe below. Oh, right. Just a quick note. We did end up anchored next to the Boeing Starliner just a few days before it left on its not so successful trip to space. Enjoy.
I know, I was about to close it, but then I saw the spaceship lit up.
Thanks for watching.
We want to say thank you to all of our patrons and an extra special thank you to the names that you're seeing on screen right now for going the extra mile to make sure we can keep making these videos.
See you next week.
Bye.